Hello and welcome, friends. My name is Sonu Singh, and once again, you have started watching me to this video. So, I have started this podcast journey so that I can communicate in English language and I can inspire people because I believe that I have started from the scratch. Scratch means I was not able to speak English, even I was not good with the Hindi also. And from that moment, I started. So, in the beginning, I had this thing in my mind that if I would learn the grammar and words, then it will help me to speak good English. And after learning everything, I was not able to speak. And there were so many things in the way that helped me to become a good speaker. And through my conversation, I shared that journey, I shared their challenges so that you can also find out something for you. So let's start. The first thing is that when you want to talk in English language, before starting a conversation, you get so many things in your mind, like how should you talk, how should you start, and you keep getting these kinds of thoughts. And if you start getting so many thoughts in your mind, it will just create the pressure and burden. It is not solving anything. And that's the reason that the first thing that you need to do is that you need to calm yourself down, because when you calm yourself down, when you are completely relaxed, you can speak English. Because a few months back, I was talking to one of my friend, and he told me that he was in a job, and there was chance that he needed to interact with the clients who could only understand English. So during his conversation, he realized one thing, that when he had to speak to them, he was just using the words that can give the information. So he was just using the word, he was not properly making the sentence. And for the amazement, the person who was listening to him, he understood it completely, because he was putting pressure to understand. That's what we do with the kids. Like when we are interacting with the kids, we never think of the complete sentence. We know that they are not able to make sentence, they are not able to use the exact words. So they just put the words so that they can convey that idea, they can convey that information, and we understand it. So in the same manner, if you find out the right mechanism, you can start speaking. Because I have seen that postgraduates from English, they do not feel confident to speak. And it is not like they can't speak, definitely they can speak. But there are so many things that comes in their mind, and they do not feel comfortable about it. So you have to do this thing, that you just calm yourself down. If you calm yourself, if you just relax, you have the resources, you will use it. And if you're not able to make the correct sentence, at least you will be able to use words that can explain that meaning. Next thing is that when we try to speak, and when we start conversation with somebody, we start judging others, that how good they are in comparison of us. And in this process, we underestimate ourselves. Like we think that that person is better than me, and I am nothing in front of him. And specifically, I'm talking about the English conversation, because it's simply, it happens with everyone. Even I have experienced this thing, that if somebody talks in English with the same level that I have, I feel that his English is really good. And somewhere I just start saying this thing to myself. But being a practitioner, being a learner, I have developed this mechanism, that how to guard my confidence, how to guard my personality through these kinds of toxic negative feedback that is coming from ourselves. So when you do not underestimate yourself, you just stand in front of him. Because every day it happens that we communicate in Hindi. And when we communicate in Hindi, it happens that sometimes the clear message is not understood by other person. So in the place of underestimating ourselves, that we do not have enough knowledge of Hindi, we try from different method, we try from different route. It happens with the teacher so many times, that they try to explain something to the students, but students do not get it. So teachers are very much clear that it is not a language problem. They again try from a different method, from a different way, and they get success also, without doubting their language competency. So in the same manner, when you do not underestimate yourself, when you do not think that you're not good enough, or you have language problem, you try from a different method. You try one more time, and when you try one more time, you will definitely get success, because when you try next time, you'll use the different word, different sentence, and definitely you'll tap closer to your message, and it will be received by other person. Next thing is that that can help you to speak better English is to realize the purpose, because I have seen that people go out and meet somebody, they start the conversation, and then they are lost, like they do not know that what is the purpose. So when they forget their purpose, the first thing that happens is that they lack the content, because you're just beating around the bush, so you have no idea that what to put forward, what to explain, and doesn't matter that how intelligent you are, you'll always have the lack of facts, lack of confidence, because you're tapping into something that you have not prepared. So being a practitioner of English language, you have to care about this thing, that when you talk to somebody, always understand that what is the purpose of this conversation. The purpose is not that somebody is judging you or somebody has to assign the marks because of your language competency and a good level of English. The purpose is that you have a message and you have to communicate this message to somebody. So when you're clear about the purpose, you will get success, because when you know the purpose, and the purpose is to communicate the information, you'll try so many methods, so many ideas, and ultimately you'll convey the message. But when you are lost, you'll think that your English is not enough, you'll think that somebody would laugh at you, you'll think that you'll lose your reputation when you commit mistake, and all these ideas are just bullshit ideas. Everyone get it, but if someone has to become a good speaker, they overcome these kinds of thought, and only then they can become a confident speaker. Next thing, that when you know that there is some problem, because whenever we try to talk to somebody, we realize that there is problem with the language, there was some challenges when you're trying to convey your message. So always believe that you can be better. Always believe that you can be better, because if you just blame yourself for being a bad speaker, or for not doing good with the language, that will not help. So the thing is that you have to believe that yes, you can be better, because evolution and growth is a natural process. When you start, you're not good, but when you start your journey, you face challenges, you make effort, and with all these things, you notice that now you're growing in that field or in that direction. So same thing happens with the language learning also, that in the beginning, you may be bad or even worse, but when you believe that yes, you can be better, definitely you can be better, because having this belief is a natural and correct thing. Everyone gets better. But thing is that you have to follow the right practices. It is not like the moment you realize that you're not good with it, you'll just start saying yourself that you can be better, you'll do this, you'll do that. And when that situation is avoided, when that situation is gone, you'll forget that thing. You have to remember that now you need to get better in this particular thing. It happened with me as well, that sometimes I faced in my life where I needed to talk in English, and I realized in this thing that I was able to speak, but I didn't do justice with particular situation and with particular topic. And in that moment, I determined that no matter what happens, I would always remember this thing. And I would prepare myself so well that next time I am exposed to these kinds of circumstances, I would try to gain confidence by having better delivery. And that's what I do. I don't think that my best day I have faced. I feel that still my best days are coming ahead, and I'll get the chance to showcase my real talent, and I'll show the people that what kind of effort did I make in my past. So you have to do the same thing. That the moment you realize that there's something wrong with you, always remember that moment, so that that moment can help you to prepare well, to excel your potential. Because sometimes we need to grow, but along with it, we need the right motivation also. And right motivation comes from the problems that you remember. Like if you remember that what was the problem when you tried to speak and you couldn't do well, what was the problem when you did not have the money. So if you remember all these things, it will motivate you and it will push you forward, so that you can excel your potential, you can do better in this particular field. So just believe that you can be better, and always remember that problematic situation, that worst situation, and always try to make an effort so that when you are exposed to the same environment, do not commit or repeat the same mistake. And when you communicate with somebody, we always have this thing in our mind that communicating effectively means we need to have the a good language skill, we need to have the PhD, or we need to be perfect in language. But that's not the right way to think. If you think this way, you will never be a good communicator, because being a good communicator is not about being perfect with the language, because you'll always struggle no matter what happens. Suppose you're speaking good, but somebody would speak better than you, and then again you will start underestimating yourself. So I'm saying that it's not about being perfect, it's all about focusing your attention on information, and always realize that what is the purpose that you want to serve with your communication skill. So never ever believe that you will only talk in this language when you are perfect, when you will be perfect, then you'll start speaking from the stages, or you will become a content creator. It's not about perfect, it's all about starting your journey. And when you start your journey believing that yes, you can do it, there will be some flaws, there will be some bad experiences also, but as a human being we make progress out of those bad experiences, because those bad experiences teaches us remarkable thing. So do not be sad about it. And next is that learn how to use the feedback, because when you try to speak and somebody laugh at you, you always feel negative about it. You don't want to take it as positive. It's a natural process that when you commit a mistake, when you do something funny, people will laugh, but the same people will give you the respect when you get better. Same thing happens with me as well, that when I was trying to speak English, even I was laughing at me, because I knew that the way I was speaking, I was not putting the words in order, I was not making proper sentences, and sometimes I was taking so much pauses. And one time it happened that I started speaking, and it was winter season, so it was chilling outside, and I was having sweat on my forehead. And that's where I realized that the other people who are watching me, they sensed my fear, and they smiled. I smiled back, and I understood that why did they smile, and I understood that what is the problem. So I smiled back because I was aware about it. And in that moment I determined one thing, that no matter what happens, I will face this situation again and again. They would smile one time, two time, or three time, but after some time they would forget about it, because they would think that this is my natural way of speaking. And now I'm in front of you, I'm speaking, I'm not taking pauses, or I'm not sweating. So the thing is that if you are scared of certain situations, you have to face that situation again and again, and you need to be positive about it. It's not like if you're trying to speak and somebody would laugh at you, somebody give the negative feedback, then you will think it as a very horrific experience, because everyone has a good and bad experiences in their life. But if you associate the bad experiences with the horrific situation, and you always you will always scare yourself with that situation, you will never grow, because you will not be ready to face that situation. Even the greatest athletes, players, richest people, they all have this thing, that they are born out of the ashes of the horrific experiences. But the thing is that they did not stop in front of these horrific experiences, and they define it as a positive circumstances, because bad experiences means it teaches you something. Bad experiences means it challenges you on that particular time. And when you get the same situation again and again, as a human being, we have this blessing that your great personality is born out of the challenges, is born out of the pressure and difficult experiences. So just be relaxed and believe that today it may be difficult, but the next day or the after it will not be difficult for you, and you will be known for this. Like I started speaking English, and I want to tell you one thing, that in my childhood I was a stammerer. Like whenever I had to speak something, even in Hindi or in my native language, it was very difficult for me to say anything. But now I have to speak something whether it is in Hindi or in English, I say it confidently, and sometimes I fumble also. But that fumbling doesn't stop me. That fumbling, I don't define it as a bad thing, because it happens with everyone. We are not robots. We are human being, and it happens that sometimes you're confused in your mind, sometimes you're scared, sometimes you're nervous. So you get this reaction, but you do not have to stick with it. You need to look forward, you need to have a hope, and you need to always imagine the good things from that particular situation. And if you think this way, I'm sure that you will be an amazing speaker and you will emerge as a good English speaker. So these are the experiences that I had in my past, and I grew out of it. And I believe that if you are a beginner, or if you're trying to grow as a communicator or as an English speaker, you might be facing the same kind of situation. But trust me that you need to be patient enough to face this thing. And after some time, this thing will be over, and you will start enjoying this reputation of being a good communicator. So that's all in this video. I hope that the conversation that I have with you, you will enjoy it. And if you like this video, then hit the subscribe button and share the video with your friends as well. See you in next video. Have a nice day.